I came outside the house and Jonathan was sat there. And he said, "You want to go home, do that?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Come on, I'll walk you home." So we started walking home from where we were, through the village that I grew up in, to where we both lived. And as we got sort of halfway, he started to fade. He said, "Look, you've got to meet me halfway." It was the hardest thing I have ever gone through in my life. Hello, Paro Peeps. How are you doing? Paro Peeps. I have to thank Richard for coming up with that name. Do you like that name? Let me know if you like that name in the comments below. So, this chapter, which is chapter 4, video 5, as I said, I like to be awkward. This is a kind of, I'm putting this out there, wondering, in a sense, if anyone else has had this kind of experience. And I don't know many people who've actually had this, but I would have a series of dreams. Now, I've talked about in these videos the dreams I've had, and dreams have been they've been like almost like the primary way I communicate with spirit, right, throughout my life. And I'm quite excited to tell you guys about this, because it's not something I thought I would speak about. But throughout uni, I had this urge that I wanted to use what I was experiencing as a story. And ultimately I did. I wrote it as a script. And the name of the script was Now Desire Ends. And the reason why I wrote it as a script, and I'd love to write it as a story one day, I came up with the name. The reason why I wrote it as a script was because it was the opportunity. I did media at uni, and writing a script was preferable to writing a dissertation. But the story that I talked about was derived from a series of dreams. And in these dreams, I would explore this place. Now, I don't know if this place actually exists on like the astral or something, right? But it's something that I experienced over countless number of nights. And this place would be a village. I'd say a village. It was like a coastal town then. And I would wake up, I would kind of enter the dream through this beach, and I would walk up the it was like a rockery, like a rocky wall that went alongside this beach, and I would go up the steps and into the streets, and it was like a seaside town, and the different shops and things were all different colours. And the first person I would meet would be this cobbler. He was an older gentleman, and he was very sort of flamboyant with his attitude, I suppose. He was very much like a wise man. And he would talk to me over the course of these different dreams. And in the middle of this village was like this castle, and it looked a bit like the Emerald City out of the Wizard of Oz. I termed it the Castle of Fate. And beyond this village was this kind of dreamscape where there would be different elements. There was like a railway station that had like a sports centre or a sporting area near it. and sometimes I would spend time there, and I would see spirit there, especially spirit of one of my old dogs. Sometimes I'd see people I knew, like members of my family and things. The castle was very grandiose. It would have like inscriptions and like hieroglyphics on the walls, and it would have spiral staircases and like corridors of rooms. And the castle was the focal point because there was different levels to the castle. And I remember one of them was like a long room. It was like a long corridor with like 6 rooms on either side. And I remember there was like this courtyard element where it was like this open space, like a balcony, I suppose. It wasn't a courtyard, it was more of a balcony because obviously it was raised. And I never forget to be in like a woman there. I never quite worked out who she was, but she would kind of just be there. It was like I had like this entire sort of dreamscape or place I would visit, I would go to. It's this sort of feeling of home, and I wonder if anyone else has actually gone through that. And it got to the point that I was in my final year of uni and I wanted to tell this story. And I remember I started trying to tell it, and I ended up recounting word for word a night out I had with my brother about 2 or 3 months before he died. And I remember writing it all out, and a friend called me up. It was only me and my friend in the house. And my brother used to have a saying, if he didn't approve of something, it was always, don't be silly. And I remember there was no one else in the house, it was just me and my friend. And I came back downstairs and I seen that the entirety of what I'd written had been deleted, except for 3 words, which were, don't be silly. That's when I knew the spirit could interact with a technology. I gradually formed them into this script called Now Desire Ends. I wanted to call it Now Desire Ends because I wanted the abbreviation to be NDE, as in near death experience. And the premise of the story was that the person finds himself in this dream world, and they're kind of in purgatory, and they meet the cobbler, and they go to the Castle of Fate, and eventually go to this but at the Castle of Fate they have to meet the other, and the other is the bad part of themselves, where the premise of the story was there was light and dark in each person, and in order for this person to move forward they had to face the darkness within themselves. And me writing that was very much about me facing the darkness within myself. And yeah, I'm just intrigued describing the village, if anyone else has actually been there or seen, if it's something unique to me, or if anyone else has actually had that experience, because I'm a bit, yeah. But I wrote that script I put it off, and I literally wrote it in 5 days. I had 8 hours sleep in 5 days. And funny thing happened, I gave it in, and it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the Friday. I literally gave it in within the nick of time. After I wrote that script, the experiences with this village ended. I stopped, never had another one. But it was just all sorts of weird, it was like a dreamscape, and I would keep going there, night after night after night. And I just wondered if anyone else had gone there, if anyone else had had a similar experience. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, because I'm really intrigued. And I think we're coming to a point now where I will talk about the stuff that I have talked about a lot more on this channel. So thank you if you've been enjoying this story, and if it has helped you, I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments section below, and take care of yourselves. Hi guys, it's Jared from Paranormal Now. I hope you like the channel and hope you like the content. If you do, check out some of the other videos on screen now, and click the button below to subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you soon. Take care of yourselves.